Hi, everybody. My name is Sarah. Pearls of Wisdom and Food with Carnivore, Carnivish, a bit of keto, and just some pearls of wisdom. I'm so glad you're here. If you're a lady or a man of a certain age, you might find that this is a nice place to land. We don't get wrapped around the edges like we did when we were maybe in our 50s, maybe 40s, 30s, 20s, when the competition of our same sex agenda, oh, we were just so awful. Weren't we always competing? We still could be. Who knows? Go to a Weight Watchers meeting and see how they all are. Do you realize that Weight Watchers is a that's right, that was a Freudian slip, is a for-profit company, and it's based on you losing weight and the scale. So if you've been allowing your life to be dictated by that same thing, the scale, how far do you need to come to get to that place of like, it's no longer running my life, right? A scale is a very nice marker, just like our lab reports, just like how our genes fit. It works for a lot of reasons. We love to get on the scale and see the loss. But if you've gained, like I have, see the heat's coming up from the register. Whee! If you've gained a little, like I have, from going to carnivore, don't fret. Just put the scale away. I know it's hard, but find a pair of pants, a pair of jeans, something that gives you an indication that you're at the right place still, or it's getting better because the item is looser, and go by that. Just stop torturing yourself with the scale. I'm still seeing it in people even in their 70s. We've been with this scale probably since we were in our teens, right? Between pimples and pounds, our lives were just nothing but anxiety ridden all the time. A pimple at the worst day of all, the scale goes up, all that stuff. And then I remember, post birth, how I just wanted to lose all that baby weight overnight. And, we all don't have surgeons that can sweep in and make it all tight and right again. No, we don't. So if you have that love-hate relationship with the scale still, and you're getting a Social Security check every month, come on, ease up on yourself. Be good to yourself. You got to give it up. She died, but she died and she gained a pound from the last time she weighed because she kept a book on it. Can you imagine? Like, that's the eulogy. And she'd just be so devastated to know that we said this at her funeral. Come on, enjoy your life. If you got to the carnivore diet a little bit kicking and screaming, a little bit wary, a little bit like skeptical, and now you're finding that, wow, these things are all working. The non-scale victories are incredible. I mean, if you've been taking a certain med for a certain American diet, chronic disease for the last 30 years, and suddenly you don't need it anymore, isn't that a tremendous victory? If you're sleeping for the first time without aids or meds or just, not sleeping and then being cranky and sleep deprived and hangry and, a lot of the negative stuff that other food programs for losing weight may have made you become, and you're not this time, isn't that nice? And if you're not feeling the need to cheat, sugar is not a daily, hourly clock battle. What a victory that is for you. So put the scale away. Nobody wants bad news. And if you get the good news, how many people out there, raise your hand because I'm looking, treated yourself to something because the scale went down? And what you treated yourself to wasn't a mani-pedi. It was food. It was a franchise. It was naughty. It was something with sugar. It was something you weren't supposed to have because you lost weight. Does that make sense? No, but it makes sense to probably every single person that's older that's listening to this that has lived in the United States or Canada and had the same crappy food that most of us have had. That's what we do. We treat ourselves to maybe something that isn't carnivore, isn't keto, it's standard American diet because we lost weight. No, it doesn't make sense, but that's how we operate. And so if you've gone carnivore and you're still on the fence, I just got a comment from a woman in her 70s and an avid weigher and talking about all the good stuff. And then she gained, and suddenly, all of that month-long's worth of weighing herself were all diminished, and it made the carnivore diet not seem valid. Why? Because she weighs herself a lot. And so her day is going to be based on what the scale said. I know, none of you ever did that before, right? But a loss, woo, light on your feet, and this is fun, and here we go. Oh, and it's phony. It's not real. It's not genuine. It's not authentic. It's a scale. I mean, have any of you ever weighed more before when you had your period? Have any of you ever weighed more when there's a full moon or when there's 100% humidity and it's pouring outside? Of course. We are just beings that are like filled with fluid, and it's always a fluid situation. So put that scale away. Have I gained? I don't know. Now, when in Massachusetts, I have Blue Cross Blue Shield, Medicare Advantage, something like that, and they offer a free doctor visit. And I've had one for the last 4 years because I'm 69, and at 65 I started getting Medicare and Blue Cross. And so the doctor's coming next week, and I've done an overnight, and I'm going to, it's not, I don't, bleh, bleh, bleh. And carnivore will make you speak clearly too. Not. So, I've done an overnight. Everything, it gets wacky when you do an overnight and you're my age, or at least my body, is not, on time, on schedule. And so the guy's going to weigh me. I don't want to know what it says. He can put it on his records. I don't want to know, because it's the least opportune time for me to be weighed after doing an overnight. I'm filled with fluids. And anyway, and so the guy comes. Now, last year, you might remember, I had the lady that I had 2 years in a row. She's a doctor, but she was pushing her plant-based supplement onto me. Very unethical as far as I'm concerned. And so when they called, and I said, yes, but I do not want the woman that I had last year. And they said her name, and I said, that's correct. And they didn't ask why. And, I do not need a $75 for 1 month's worth of plant-based supplements in, one fancy little horse pill. No, thank you. And so I didn't like her agenda. I felt that if Blue Cross knew about that, but I decided, not my circus. I got enough monkeys in my own circus that I have to tend to. And I didn't feel like getting her into trouble or whatever. Seeing that most of the world is thinking that plant-based is just fine, read those ingredients on those non-meat burgers. Scary. You think of standard American diet crap, processed foods. Go read the label of the non-meat burger and get scared, very scared, to think that people are doing that. To me, the non-meat burgers, just saying, are like near beer for an alcoholic. It's like, why do I have to have a plant-based burger look like it's got juice like a burger would coming off the grill? A burger, a hamburger one. I don't know. I don't get it. But it's, once again, those aren't my monkeys. But if you care about yourself and you care about ingredients and you think the non-meat ones are just terrific, read the ingredients, because it doesn't look good to me, you know. They use seed oils and they have all kinds of other things in them, things that you may have given up when you became keto, much less carnivore. So, you know, I'm not here to bash a plant-based food plan. I'm here to just make you aware of what some of the things can do to you that may take the wonderful Zen feeling you have of being a carnivore away. And why do you want to give that up? To save the planet? Well, they've already shown that, you know, cattle don't do all of the damaging things that like rush hour traffic might do, all of that kind of stuff. So I'm not here for battles like that. I'm here to tell you to put that scale away. Yes, it's exciting to lose, but after whooshes happen, sometimes nothing happens, and your body is working on stuff on the inside. Maybe if you're in your 60s or 70s and you've been eating diet food and following diet plans and having low protein based food plans, you might be malnourished for decades, and your body is saying, okay, she's now having great beef every single day, but can we trust her? Is this just a temporary thing? And so it might put on the weight. Who knows? I don't know. And some people that have written books that are at the top of their carnivore game don't know. And they're female. So, you know, it's just a phenomenon that happens. Okay? Be gentle on yourself. Your body's going to do what your body's going to do. And if all of the non-scale victories are wonderful, are, you know, the energy that you never thought you'd have again. You've been retired for 5 or 6 years from, you know, a regular job, and now here you are, you know, at 70, and you're saying, I think I'm ready to enter the workforce again. I have so much energy every day. That is a non-scale victory, right? You can only sit around and watch YouTube and read books for so long. At least that's how it was for me before getting, you know, quite restless, irritable, and discontent. And those 3 words are stolen from an AA, Alcoholic Anonymous, big book. Okay? So, to get your energy back, to get your sleep back, to get regular with your metabolism, to be satiated, to not have sugar cravings, to not have the need to cheat, treat, or just, you know, do the things you might have done with other food plans because you were bored, whatever. Meat is not boring, and you will hear that from some of us that eat just animal products. It's not boring. It's exciting. I look forward to my meal every single day. It doesn't disappoint. You know, I'm not eating things because I'm supposed to, because it's like good for me. You know, how many smoothies did you have with almond milk and spinach before you learned about oxalates, before you learned about what some things do to your body that they don't, the spinach doesn't like your body, and so it gives you all these oxalates. Same thing with almond milk. Did I have those 2 things in excess every single day? Yeah. I mean, 30 calories a cup when you're back in your calorie mentality. Sure, almond milk was just such a treat. And that's what I poured all over my grain-based cereal. Of course. And then I put all the berries on it that are loaded with oxalates. Oh my! You know, we keep doing what we're doing until we learn different. And when we know better, you know, we used to think that if you knew better, you'd do better. But that isn't necessarily so. A lot of us are slow to give up things that might not be helping us, might make us fear that oxalate dump, or we're not getting those nutrients from all those veggies. Are they bioavailable in the first place? Were all those supplements I was spending all those big bucks on, getting something from Amazon every single day and as a supplement, but they were filled with a word that begins with S. I can't think of it. And fillers and starch. The S word is another one besides starch. And what's in those things? Do we even know? Are they regulated? Do they have to be honest? It's like seeing natural flavorings on a tube of burger at like a big box store. It's like, what does natural flavorings mean? Well, I heard one person say it was MSG, but it's natural flavorings. Well, I want just beef in my beef. I don't know about you guys. I mean, I accept that I could be a carnivore because I have grain-fed beef, but I don't want MSG or other additives in my meat. I want it to be kind of a good quality. I'm going to the butcher. I hope that the farm that they get their food from is a good one, even if it is grain-fed or grain-finished. I don't get into that debate either. But, here we are. So if you're feeling great and you've had a whoosh, put the scale away, put it away, take measurements, do whatever you need to do. But after all these decades, please don't let your life be dictated by the scale. It just doesn't make for a great day. All the head gets wonky, and I might as well eat because I gained weight. I'm going to eat because I lost weight. All those stupid, we all did them, right? And so take that out of your life. Make your keto, carnivore, carnivish life just filled with good food and satiated and content, and take all those non-scale victories and just have your own parade. Buy yourself a new bathrobe. Enjoy life. That's enough of my lecture and rant. I will see you the next time. My name is Sarah, and this has been Pearls of Wisdom, living the carnivore way of eating. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye for now.